Welcome to the Mindset Coach podcast, brought to you by the Mindset Coach Academy. I'm Lara Young, your host and Master Certified Coach. Whether you're a seasoned coach or just starting your coaching career, this podcast is your go-to resource for all things mindset, coaching, and personal development. Each week, we bring you expert insights, practical strategies, and inspirational stories to help you become the best coach you can be. Our guests range from leading industry professionals to successful mindset coaches who share their secrets for creating lasting change. Plus, I'll be answering your burning questions and sharing tips from our ICF and multi-accredited Mindset Coach certification program. So, if you're ready to elevate your coaching game, stay tuned and let's dive into today's episode. If I could go back and hand my past self 3 tools as a new coach, ones that would have fast-tracked my results, deepened my client breakthroughs, and saved me countless hours of second-guessing, these would be it. And because we're in a completely new era of coaching, I've also added a 4th bonus tool, one that's changing how we work, think, and coach, whether we're ready or not. So if you're a new or evolving coach, grab a cuppa, settle in, and let's dive into the tools I wish I had right from the very beginning. Tool number 1 is mindset diagnostics, because you can't shift what you can't see. One of the most powerful things you can give your client and yourself is a clear picture of where they're starting. And that's exactly what a diagnostic tool offers. It gives you a structured, psychologically sound baseline to work from. Instead of coaching in the dark, you start with clarity, and your client does too. I use the Mindset Dimensions report because it's our proprietary diagnostic tool we developed at the Mindset Coach Academy to assess where someone is in terms of their beliefs, their identity, their emotions, energy, values, language, and more. And what's incredible is how quickly it gives both the coach and client an aha moment. You kind of go from, I think this is the issue, to, oh, this is actually what's showing up. And here's where we focus. And what's even better, it tracks progress over time, giving clients that tangible sense of growth that so many coaches struggle to articulate, because you're literally measuring and then remeasuring that transformation in a tangible form. Now, whether it's the Mindset Dimensions report or another type of diagnostic like a DISC or a Myers-Briggs, or perhaps you've built your own diagnostic tool for your coaching practice that's really specific to your niche, it is such a useful way to actually have that foundation at the start of a coaching session. And so if you're still doing coaching sessions without a diagnostic, then I think you're really missing an opportunity to accelerate that journey. And so have a think about the types of diagnostic tools that you can actually use in your coaching practice. I've got another episode on this, and we'll link this down below. And I'll also link the Mindset Dimensions Coach certification down below as well. Now, the second tool that I wish I had was NLP reframing. Now, this is one that I actually lean on every single day in my coaching practice, and it's especially powerful when a client is stuck, when they're spiraling, or they're in that, I know this, but I still can't shift it moment. It's reframing, specifically using an NLP technique to shift the emotional weight of a thought. So one of my favorites is called the reframe chain. And there are 4 steps to using this. So the first one is that you're going to identify the limiting belief. For example, I'm not consistent. And then you're going to ask, what does that belief protect you from? Now, this is incredibly powerful as a question, because it really gets our client to think about the belief in a whole new way. And then we actually ask, what is the intention behind that protection? Now, we use the word protection in relation to beliefs because very often, because beliefs are created during that imprint stage, 0 to 7 or before, they've been created completely out of conscious awareness. And so it's our subconscious and our unconscious programming that is consistently reinforcing those beliefs by looking for evidence. And the other thing that's happening at that unconscious level is that one of the main drivers, one of the main roles of our unconscious mind is to actually protect us and keep us safe. And so when we use protection, we're actually acknowledging that both at the conscious level and the unconscious level when we ask these questions. And so then the fourth thing that we ask, after we've identified the limiting belief, we've asked, what does that belief protect you from? Then we ask, what's the intention behind the protection? Our last question to our client is, what could you believe instead that honors the intention and moves you forward? I like this approach because it doesn't just dismiss the belief as not being true, it actually honors it. And that's the magic, because often our beliefs do exist for a reason, even if they're outdated or they're not serving us particularly well. So NLP helps you work with the unconscious mind, not against it. And reframing actually isn't just positive thinking, it's integration. It's integration of understanding and growth on the part of the client and that level of recognition. And the beauty of this as well is that when you teach this to clients, when you share this process with them, they start to self-coach between sessions. And that's where real transformation and, importantly, sustainability lives, right? We want our clients to be able to take action by themselves outside of our coaching sessions with them. And so I would, if you're starting to use tools like reframing, I would practice reframing everything, your clients' words, your own thoughts, even how you view mistakes, because it really is a skill that develops and compounds over time. Have a question you'd like answered on the show? Or maybe there's a topic you'd love for us to dive deeper into? Reach out to us via social media or email us directly through our website. Your input helps us create content that's relevant and valuable to you. Remember, this podcast is here to support you on your coaching journey, so please do connect with us. We can't wait to hear from you. So, tool 3 is what I call the freedom container, and it's a coaching framework. When I actually started coaching, I was really used to just having conversations because I thought that structure would limit me, and I really just wanted to follow the energy of my client, stay intuitive, and go where the client led. But what I learned and what I teach now is that structure gives your intuition somewhere to land. And so in having a coaching framework, a coaching model that you use to give you that structure also then gives you that freedom. So there are a few different coaching structures that we teach at the Mindset Coach Academy in our ICF ACC and ICF PCC programs. And one of them is the CLEAR model. And the CLEAR is an acronym for contract, listen, elicit, action, and result. And this really helps to keep you anchored, especially in longer sessions or in group environments, because you always know where you are and where you're going, and your client also feels safe, they feel held, and they feel seen. And the psychological safety that you engender in a client when they know that you have a structure, when they can feel it, you don't have to say we're going to do contract now, I'm going to listen now, etc. But when they can actually feel that you have a structure, that you have an intention. And another one that I use in my mindset coaching practice and in my mindset coaching training is the mindset framework. And I'll share that with you in another episode. But whether it's the GROW model, the coach model, the CLEAR model, or the mindset model, or one you create yourself, which is something also that I recommend that you do based on your niche, having a repeatable structure lets you really refine your skill and track your client's journey with confidence. Frameworks really make it easy to articulate your process in your marketing as well, especially if you build out your signature coaching framework. And it also helps you in your discovery calls when your clients are getting to know you and the work that you do, and of course, how you can help them. And having this framework helps clients to trust you more quickly and also to believe that you're credible and that you're going to be competent when it comes to coaching them and working with them. Now, the last tool is one I never would have imagined needing when I started. But as we know, the coaching industry is evolving and it's evolving fast. And we're now at a point where understanding AI, artificial intelligence, is not optional. Whether it's using AI to help you prepare sessions, to analyze themes in your notes, to draft content, or even to help clients in between sessions, the coaches who learn to partner with AI ethically and effectively will stand out. Now, I'm not talking about replacing the human relationship, not even close to that, because I believe that coaching is not going to go away because the human part of coaching is absolutely essential. But I'm talking really about amplifying your impact. So, for example, I can use AI to generate tailored journal prompts, or to simulate practice conversations for coach training, or to summarize session themes and track progress. I can also use AI to help me to pick out some of the patterns in my client's experience so that I can prepare really effectively for the coaching sessions going forward, and that I'm really well versed in what is actually happening with my client. And really for me, it's a thought partner. So I'm not replacing myself with AI, I'm enhancing myself, and I'm also in some way validating what I'm actually intuiting from the client. And so for me, AI is not really about outsourcing coaching. It's about enhancing your insight and freeing up your energy to go deeper with your clients. And that's why we're currently building out our AI coach certification at the Mindset Coach Academy. And that is really going to help you to use AI both in terms of building your business. So as a partner in building out your business, identifying your ideal clients, identifying your niche, building out your offers, building out your marketing, as well as integrating it ethically and in line with the ICF competencies and guidelines into your coaching sessions, into your coaching practice, whether that is individual sessions or your group sessions. So there you have it, the 3 tools I wish I had as a new coach, plus one that's becoming essential as our industry evolves. Diagnostic tools to get clarity fast for you and the client, NLP reframing to shift beliefs at the root, coaching frameworks to give you freedom, and AI not as a threat, but as a co-pilot. Which one are you most excited to explore? Drop it in the comments below or share it on Instagram and tag me at Mindset Coach Academy. And if you want to go deeper, I've added links to the Mindset Dimensions practitioner training, our certification programs, and our upcoming AI coach training below. See you next time. Bye for now. That wraps up today's episode of the Mindset Coach podcast. I hope you found it as inspiring and informative as I did. If you enjoyed today's show, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your fellow coaches. Your support helps us reach more people and continue to bring top-notch content every week. Remember, you can always learn more about our ICF and multi-accredited Mindset Coach certification program, our coaching membership, and other training opportunities by visiting mindsetcoachacademy.com. Thank you for tuning in and keep striving to become the best coach you can be. Until next time, this is Lara Young signing off. Stay motivated and keep transforming lives.